Hey, let's face the east. All praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well, and sincerity taught us his truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. It's your brother Yerami Kazak, back out here, hopefully, with edifying street preaching in the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, may the words be placed inside me to push them out, you know, and everything, and the scriptures come to mind, and the lesson be prepared. All right, all through the spirit, man. Everything we do is through Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay, ultimately, that's what you got to look at it as. It's not of our own. It's not of our own strength. It's not of our own ability. Even bringing us into this truth. The Father drawed us into this thing, right? Now let's break down the name. Yahawah, which means he exists. That's the Father's true name, not Jehovah, not Yahweh, not Yahusha, not none of those false names. Not just simply God or Lord or any of that. The true name is Yahawah, all right? And Bahasham means in the name. Yahawashi. Yahawashi means he saves, he delivers, he is salvation. That's the true name of the Son, who the world ignorantly knows is Jesus Christ. Okay? Or Yeshua. Or, you know, whatever other false name that they may call him. Okay? His true name is Yahawashi. Those are the proper names, the correct names. Alright? Then Bahasham, Wakakadash. Waka meaning spirit. Kadash meaning holy, set apart. So we have a holy part, a holy spirit, a set apart spirit, a spirit that's separate from this world. The things that this world do, we do not do. The way that they act, we don't act. The way that they carry themselves, we don't carry ourselves. Okay? We don't involve ourselves in their paganism, their weird rituals, their ways. Alright? Because that right there, it goes against our power. He is a jealous power indeed. Okay, so if you love someone and serve someone other than him, he's going to, hey, it's going to be consequences that come with that. All right, so it's very important to know these names, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. It's extremely important because once you call on a different name, you are taking the Father's name and the Son's name in vain. Okay, you are worshiping a false God. You're not keeping the 10 Commandments. Alright? Christians, you know the 10 Commandments, and you want to always talk about the 10 Commandments, but you never keep the Sabbath. Okay? You keep it on the wrong day, if you do keep it at all, which is not Sunday. The Sabbath is according to the moon cycles. Alright? Psalms 81:3. You blow the trumpet upon the new moon. Okay? So, it takes diligence to learn these scriptures and to get this understanding. Alright? You know, and at the end of the day, the elect is diligent. The elect will search these things out and understand these things and ultimately come back to the Heavenly Father, man. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? Now, I want to begin with something that we said. Let's go to John, the 6th chapter. And let's start at verse 41. John 6:41. The Jews then murmured at him because he said, I am the bread which came down from heaven. And they said, is not this Yahawashi, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he saith, I come down from heaven? Yahawashi therefore answered and said unto them, murmur not among yourselves. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. Right? Now Yahawashi is that bread, man. He is 100% the word. He is that understanding. He is that truth. You have to fall in love with him, learn him, understand him, right? So that you may be given a chance to be raised up in that final day, in that last day. All right, two coming to the wedding. Okay, so the Father has to draw you, making you Yahawashis, and then Yahawashi will raise you up and bring you back into this fold, man. He will sup on the door with you, right? Keeping it going. Page that turn. Verse 45. It is written in the prophets, and they shall be taught, and they shall be all taught of power. Every man therefore that have heard and have learned of the Father cometh unto me. Not that any man have seen the Father, save he which is of power, he hath seen the Father. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness, and are dead. Right? This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. Now, going to the title, spiritual warfare, spiritual things. Yahawashi spoke mainly of spiritual things, okay? If you can't understand these things, you know, how are you gonna, if you can't, as he said, you can't get hold on these earthly things, how am I gonna give you spiritual things for you to get them? You're not gonna be able to take them in. You're not gonna be able to understand what he's putting out, all right? Because you can't hold on to earthly things, okay? So him telling you that this is his flesh, eat it, this is his blood, drink it, and you're looking at that in a carnal way, a carnal sense, failing to understand it's the word. It's this understanding, it's this doctrine, all right? You need to take hold on this, okay? It would be far less questions and more listening if brothers would actually just listen and read the scriptures. But it's shown that many individuals do not open their Bibles. It's sitting on the shelf collecting dust. You use it as a dust collector, man. All right? Because you don't truly love Yahawashi. You don't love the Son. You don't care for the Son. All right? Keeping it going. I am the living bread, 51, which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. The Jews, therefore, strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? And once again, that's going back to, we tell y'all spiritual things, and you deny it, and you murmur, and because you don't understand it. We tell you that the clouds, you know, the UFOs, the chariots of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, are going to come down, and they're going to save the elect. You look at that as a fairy tale, because you may have never seen it. Even if you read about Elijah going up into a chariot, even if you read in Acts the 1st chapter about Yahawashi going up into a chariot, you didn't see it, so you have no faith in it. Your belief is not there. You don't believe that our salvation will be the same as Yahawashi's salvation, will be the same as how he left. And that's the same way he will come back, all right, through a chariot, okay? Leaving one dimension to another dimension, all right? That's what these chariots do. That's why they can go and zip across the sky and simply disappear. Leaving this dimension, going into the spiritual dimension. And these are the type of bodies we will be able to have. Yahawashi is not up there somewhere that you can't see. Okay, no, he's in the spiritual realm on the right hand of the Father, serving at his role as the high priest, man. Malak Tazadak, being that role, okay, being our king, being the high priest, waiting to come back to this dimension to get busy, to lay down the law, literally lay down the law, all right? To let these individuals know he is the King of Kings, he is the Lord of Lords. It's nobody triumphing him. nobody over him. All right? So, keeping it going, they murmured and they thought he really wanted to give him their flesh, his flesh to eat. Then Yahawashi said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except you eat this flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Failing to understand that the Passover, the Pesach, represents Yahawashi. When you eat the bread, when you drink the wine, you drink the blood, when you eat the bitter herbs, it's representing this bitter captivity. Isn't this place bitter to you? Don't you despise it? Don't you hate it? Working for another man? What Tina Turner say? Working for the man every night and day. Alright? And you rolling, you hate it, man. If you like working for the white man, man, hey, you got a different type of spirit, man. Okay? You're the Uncle Tom ass individual. I despise it. I don't like it. Okay? This man has no understanding. He's literally a caveman, and he's ruling over you. You can look at his environment, and you can look at his society, the laws and the statutes and commandments that he sets up, and you see that it's destruction, it's death, right? So, bringing it back to the lesson 360, spiritual warfare. You can't fight this man carnally. You can't fight him with your hands. You can't fight him with a pew-pew. Doesn't matter how many guns you buy. You can buy as many guns as you want to buy. Guess what? You only got 2 hands. You can only tote 2. Alright? You can buy all this ammo, but guess what? It takes 1 bullet to take your ass out. So all them clips that you got, you was stocking up. I think when Jake say that shit, stock up on ammo. Stock up on ammo. Get guns, stock up on ammo. Like, you think niggas ain't gonna be shooting back? I don't know what's going through your mindset. Like, if you don't get hit one time, all this shit you bought is vain. That carnal mindset is not gonna get you up out of America, man. It's gonna get you in the lake of fire. Alright? Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi did not tell us to fight carnally with these individuals. It's actually the opposite. Our weapons are not carnal. Our weapons are not carnal, man. Okay? The wiles of the devil, the tactics, the strategies, the ways are designed to get you in your feelings and your emotions and to bring you into that carnal state. So you'll go and raise your hand against the slave master. Alright? But if you can't control your spirit, then yeah, you're going to fall into that trap. Because you didn't have no faith that Yahawashi was actually coming back. So that's what we're talking about. When you can't understand these spiritual things, the patience of the saints is to wait. But Jake don't like to wait. Jake, I need my revenge now. No, you gotta wait. Sit your monkey ass down and wait on the Lord. You can't do this on your own, man. All right? You gotta sit down and wait. He is coming. For all you that's forgot, that's giving up the faith, that's giving up the hope, he is coming back. Okay? Let's keep it going. Verse 55. 53. Then Yahawashi said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except you eat this flesh of the Son of Man, and drink his blood, you have no life in you. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up the last day. And that's a promise. For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. We have that mind of a Mashiach. Alright? He wanted to destroy this place, and he wished it could have been done. But it was not time. Everything has to be done at an appointed time, in order, a structure. Okay? So, you may want somebody to get judged right here and now, but it's still mercy for them. The doors of mercy are still open upon that person. And maybe they'll turn back. Maybe they'll come right into Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Alright? So these things are done in order. It's no confusion with the Father. Stuff has to be done in order. Alright? 55. For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. What does that mean? That, man, damn.
I treat your kids like my birth children. When we was here, they used to say we was the worst children. We all went through things, it's not our fault. You got to work with them. Protect children. You're not supposed to hurt children. Protect children. You're not.
All that shit over with very soon. All this shit is over with very soon, man. Alright? I can't wait to ICE get up out here. Get to locking you niggas up. Get to fucking you niggas up. Putting guns in your faces, man. I can't wait. Alright? Because y'all don't want to turn back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You hate the Father, you hate the Son. You don't want to get right. Alright? So therefore we hate you. Because that's a sin. Okay? You need to understand that. You hate the Most High. Therefore, we hate you. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright? Now let's keep it going. Verse 57. As the living Father hath sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me. Now, as I was saying, we are one. We are joined one with the Father and the Son. So we are married to the Father and the Son. Understanding that, all right? It's a covenant. It's an agreement. You are married to them. Okay, 58. This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna, and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever. Man cannot live on bread alone. You need this spiritual food. You need this understanding, so therefore you can grow. Okay? That's why doomsday prepping is not going to get you through anything. It's really going to make you a target. Somebody going to come in and put 2 in your dome and eat everything that you've been saving. All right? But you can't see that because you was extremely carnal. 59. These things said he in the synagogue as he taught in Capernaum. Now understand, Yahawashi taught in the synagogue. He went to their churches. He went to their establishments. He gave them the truth, and they denied him. But that doesn't mean all of our nation denied him. Many received him. Many took it in. Many understood. Many searched. All right? So you can't say that everybody, rejected Yahawashi. Many received him. Okay? In a wide variety. Let's see, we got any precepts? Shalawam to the brother Kananaya. Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham, you in your household. Alright? So, keeping it going. Spiritual warfare. Let's go to Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Because furthermore, we are talking about you can't be in a carnal mindset. Yeah, individuals may make you mad. Individuals may vex you. Alright? You may see all this type of stuff, LGBTQ, man with man, woman with woman, all just eating pork, all these people doing all these wicked abominations or whatever it may be. But hey, it's gonna vex you. This is the time of our vexation. This is the time where this place eats us up. It's not our rest. We are not on our beds. The evil, the wicked, they plot wickedness on their beds. Micah 2:1 and 2. Okay? So they lay in rest, still plotting wickedness upon us. Man, this is your kingdom. But you still got your mind fixated on the Israelite. Where you want to make sure that they, and that's perpetual hatred. That's continual hatred. All right? If y'all can't see that, they're going to hate you regardless if they're in peace or they're in war. Their ultimate goal is to hate you, Jake. But you want to join hands in hand with them and sing Kumbaya. Hey, Martin Luther King already showed you that ain't going to work. Okay? Because he was a false prophet. Now, let's go to Ephesians, the 6th chapter. As a matter of fact, before we go there, let's go to Ephesians, the 5th chapter, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So you have to be diligent. You have to use your mind, man. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears for a reason, 1 mouth. Use these and use these more than you use this. So pay the fuck attention, man. All right, that's at the end of the day. Pay attention. If you ain't doing that, you gonna fail and you gonna unalive and Jacob, you gonna die in Jacob's trouble, man. Because you wasn't using your mind. You wasn't using the Holy Spirit. Alright? Redeeming the time because the days are evil. You should measure the time and understand what time frame you are in. This ain't the time for myrrh. No, this is the time for mourning. This ain't the time to rejoice in that type of sense like you're partying. No, this is the time for sorrow. All right, the house of mourning is wisdom there because we know what time we in. We know what's going on in these days now. We can recognize it. We can pay attention. Talking about ICE, we understand they coming in to bring judgment. They coming in, hey, you catch a stray, it's judgment. All right? Hey, things are gonna happen like that nature, right? People are gonna get dragged off and never heard of again. This is what we're talking about. This is those times, man. You have 1,500 people disappear from Alligator Alcatraz, never heard of again. They families like, where they at? Where's my loved one? Okay? This is what we're talking about. Judgment. All right? Wasn't they dropping people out of planes into the ocean? Judgment. Wasn't they dropping people in random countries? They ain't even know the language. Judgment. All right? You think the Most High is just strictly love, love, love. No, he's all about that judgment. He's justice. So you have to let the spiritual warfare play out. Okay? 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahawah is. Do you understand his will? He don't like this place. Y'all sitting back like he loves America, Babylon, and this wickedness. He loves McDonald's. This place is wicked as hell. They giving y'all human meat. Alright, it's baby fetuses in the meat. Literally came out. That's not real food. That's not real beef. But you got people lining up in a line, eating this shit every single day of their life, man. Alright? Don't let me get started on that McRib. It's seasonal. It only come out at a certain time because it's humans. Okay? But they'll call us conspiracy theories. But you eat this shit and it make your stomach hurt. Right? It's weird though. KFC as well. All these little fast food joints on the spot. Fast food leads to a fast death. This is what you individuals do not understand. Cook your food, man. Y'all forgot how to cook? Basic things are took away from us. You can't even make a damn hamburger no more. You can't even make french fries no more. Alright? Y'all are so caught up on this white man system. That's all you caught up on. He's your damn daddy. The white man is your daddy. Because you go to him for everything. The want of all things. You forgot how to be regular human beings, man. Y'all don't even care. Y'all don't even got basic senses no more, man. Damn. Be not unwise. That's what the scriptures is talking about. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Our people are drunk with wine, meaning all these doctrines, all these different understandings, all these philosophies. Yeah, my baby girl, she thinks she's a boy, so I'm gonna let girl shut up, man. That shit is off. You got your girl raising up as a boy, your boy raised up as a girl. And you think that shit is correct? Man, you motherfuckers deserve this death that's coming to y'all, man. And we can't wait for the Most High to destroy y'all because y'all don't listen. Y'all say y'all love God, but y'all don't open the Bible. Y'all think he's with the LGBT. He ain't with no damn alphabets. He made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. But you'll change that shit around and say he loves everybody. No, he don't fucking love everybody. He only loves his chosen, his people, his nation, Israel. All right, and that's us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But y'all can't wake the fuck up. Y'all want to be everything else under the sun. You want to be a Negro. You want to be a nigga. You want to be an African American. Nigga, you from Africa and America? What the hell is that about? All right, you want to be a Native American. You want to be Latino. You want to be Puerto Rican. You want to be Mexican. You want to be all this type of stuff. But you can't be who you are. God's chosen people. You say that's too much. Oh no, I don't want to be God's chosen people. I don't want my inheritance. No, that's too much. There's too many laws, commandments, and statutes. No. The laws are not grievous. All right, but you're going to find out at the end of the day when those missiles are coming down on your head and you can't do shit no more. You just got to die. All right? Once again, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. The philosophies of this place is destroying you. The wine, the pleasure, all this type of stuff that they feed to you, man. And y'all love it. And y'all love it. Shit is bullshit. Man, the water for the Spirit. Verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to Yahawah, giving thanks always for all things unto power and the Father in the name of Yahawashi Hamashiach, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of power. Do you fear the Most High? Proverbs 1 and 7. If anybody posting precepts, could you please place it on the board? Proverbs 1 and 7 and Barak 18 and 14. All right? Do you fear the Most High? No. Our people lack a fear of the Most High. This is why our people got to die, man. Because there's no wisdom in them. There's no understanding. They are drunk off of wine. They are drunk. And not wine, meaning physical wine, no. But the philosophies of the world. The world tells you not to fear the Most High, that He's all love. The world feeds you a bunch of bullshit. Got your women out here dressing like whores. Got your men out here pants down by their legs. All right? And y'all think this shit is accurate. This shit is correct. This shit is proper. No understanding, man. Somebody get that precept. Ain't nobody, come on, man. All right? Let's keep it going. Verse 21, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of power. You don't submit yourself to the Most High. You don't care about His word. You don't care what He had to say to you. But you care more about the white man and what he has to say to you. All right? And that's going to be your destruction. That's going to be your end. Keeping it going. Let's go to chapter 6. Starting at the top. Children, obey your parents in Yahawah, for this is right. Furthermore, spiritual parents. All right? Your spiritual parents. Okay? Hey, come on, man. Can you give me Proverbs 1 and 7? Thank you. Thank you, man. The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So if you don't fear the Most High, you are a fucking fool. So all you see, 80%, 70% of fools out here. Trusting in the worldly wisdom, the understanding, college degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, associate's degrees. Oh, because you went to a white man's school, now you wise. Now you got understanding. No, you just got caveman mentality, nigga. That's all been trained in you is caveman mentality. So when you hear the prophets screaming, wisdom crying on the street, you deny it. You don't think that the Most High will raise up prophets again like He did in the time of old. You're like, nah, those just men in dresses. They just yelling. No, this place ain't about to be destroyed. No, the Father don't send prophets before He destroys the nation. Oh, no, it can't happen like that. But He's going to destroy America. Every fucking inch of this bitch is going to be destroyed. All right? And y'all people with it, man. If you don't turn back and get right. The Most High don't love y'all. He loves who loves Him. If you don't love Him by keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes, then He hates you. The Most High does hate. All right? You're going to find out very soon. Everything that happens, every judgment, every death, every birth is ordained by the Father. Motherfuckers want to wake up, man. If you could give me that Sirach 18 and 14, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 18 and 14, Baba Kishar, somebody. All right? You know? All right, Air Nava, man, hey, cut them comments out, bro. If you want to help, get some precepts. If you want to help, put precepts. All right, this ain't no fucking chat, man. All right, I'm not Jerry Springer, man. I'm not here to talk to y'all. I'm here to preach. Okay, I don't really want no friends like that. I'm here to fucking preach, man. All right, let's keep it going. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment, with promise, that it may be well with thee. So honor Yahawah and keep wisdom. Keep that understanding. But you don't care about wisdom. You don't care about understanding because you don't fear the Most High. You want to be a fool. You want to wander in the way of destruction and wickedness. In that desert, that Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. That's what you want to go after. All right? Hey, Shalawam, bro. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham to you and your household, brother Nakaf. All right? If you could, can somebody please give me Ecclesiasticus 18 and 14? All right? Hey, verse 3. That it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. So, if you listen to your heavenly Father, all right, and you listen to wisdom, and also your earthly parents, all right, no matter what they're doing, they're your earthly parents. They gave life to you. The Most High ordained them to give life to you, man. All right, He allowed that to be. So you need to listen to them. Y'all may not agree with religion and that type of things, but hey, that's still your parents. Don't be cussing at your parents. Don't be fighting at your parents. None of that, bro. If you do like that to your parents, how you gonna do the Most High? Have some fucking respect. Have some manners, man. All right? You know? Hey, the water. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, starting at, well, we can start at 13. The mercy of man is towards his neighbor, but the mercy of Yahawah is upon all flesh. He reproveth and nurtureth and teacheth and bringeth again as a shepherd his flock. Right? That's why he has given every nation on this planet a chance for power. You had the Babylonians, they had an empire. Egyptians, they had an empire. The Persians, the Medes, they had an empire. The Greeks, which are Edomites, the Romans, they had an empire. Arabs, Ishmaelites, they had an empire. They had us as slaves. Moab had us as slaves. Ammon. All these nations have had a point of rulership, right? He's given mercy. He's been merciful to a lot of nations, man. He's given them a lot of nice things, all right? So you can't say that the Most High is not fair. Their time to rule is over, though. Our time to rule is coming in. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, if anybody could grab it, right? So our time to rule is coming in. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That world means heaven, kingdom, rulership. It's over. This world, according to Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, abideth forever, generation upon generation, right? And this earth will never be destroyed. But kingdoms can be destroyed. America will be destroyed, and it will burn and be that lake of fire for a long while. And then it will burn out and be a desert wasteland where only desert creatures will dwell, as the scriptures say. All right? So that's how we know ain't no such thing as hell and eternal everlasting fire, right? Where people gonna burn forever, because this place will burn out after many, however the Most High wanna have it, man. All right? So, keeping it going. As a matter of fact, since we quoted that, I gotta go to Revelations 21. This is Revelations 21, and we're gonna start at the top. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Meaning, that new heaven and that new earth is our kingdom, our rulership, our society, us established, right? That's what it's talking about. So this old kingdom, this old rulership, where the YT man is ruling over you, all right, you're eating, and they talking about cockroach milk. You know, they talking about they putting bugs in your food. They've been doing it, cloning animals. You've been eating cloned meat since the 80s if you did not know that. The first lamb that was cloned was 1984. So they've been cloning animals since the 80s and giving you that meat. And you just didn't know it. All right? That's not good for you. Everything that Esau gives you, the fruit, no seeds, the animal, clone. How can McDonald's stay open 24/7, man? How? Explain that to me. Something's not right. Something is not right. Okay? So you've been eating clone food, and that's messing up your hormonal cycle. That's messing up your hormones. That's messing up your body in general. It's not real protein. It's not healthy for you. It's destroying you. It's messing up your brain, right? The port, the chiquila worm that's in the port that grows from your anus to your brain, and it actually penetrates the brain barrier. So you have a parasite in your brain if you eat the port. That's why the Most High told you that these things are unclean, because it will destroy your temple. We was doing a live a couple days ago, and we talked about, hey, if they stop messing with the crab, the lobster, the shrimp, they will actually clean the oceans. Okay? They will actually clean the oceans, clean the poop, and things of that nature. Hey, if you have, I said this to the brother Matzaba, you know, we was talking about it. If you have a catfish in your pond, that catfish is gonna eat the poop on the bottom of the pond, right? You don't eat that catfish. If you catch it, you throw it back. Okay? It's not designed for you to eat. It's designed to clean the rivers, to clean the lakes, to clean the ponds. You eat the red snapper, you eat the cod, you eat the bass, you eat those type of things, the halibut, right? You eat those type of things, but you don't eat red snapper. I mean, salaka, you don't eat catfish, man, because it's a bottom feeder. You don't eat nothing that eats its own poop in that sense, all right? And that's not to say, because some things like chickens and cows, sometimes they may eat their own poop from here to there, all right? But they are designed for us to eat because they regurgitate their food. They have different type of stomachs. So a cow, the way that it eats, it'll eat this grass right here, it'll chew it up, it'll swallow it, it'll go into one stomach, and then it'll come back out, it'll chew it up some more, and it'll go back into another stomach. So that's how the cow operates. Most animals that we eat are designed that way to help us, so they are clean, they chew the cud, all right? When you look into animals, this is why the Most High has the utmost wisdom. He told you that. He already knew. The pig, that pig don't do that. It's not designed to do that. All right, verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Okay, first and foremost, it ain't gonna be no city coming down, as the Christians would teach you. No, that city is talking about the elect, the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay, we are that third temple. So that's going back to spiritual aspects. Stop thinking so carnal. Okay, what is Israel? Israel is a people before it was a place. Wherever we go on this planet, we are Israel, Yasharahla. He, Prince of the power. We are the princes of power. We are the sons of God. If I don't care if I grew up in China. As long as my father's an Israelite, I'm an Israelite. Okay? So, regardless, wherever you go, you are an Israelite. So it does not matter where you go. Now that city is talking about the elect, the chosen, coming down from heaven with Yahawashi. Alright? Let's read it one more time. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband. You think Yahawashi is marrying a city? He's carnal? No. He's marrying us. We are the church. He is the head. He's dealing with us. We are his bride. He is the bridegroom. Right? Adorned. That adorned is going back to Revelation 7 and 9. Meaning we are prepared. We are pure. We are virgins. We are pure. That wine that we were drunk off of, the philosophies of this world, is no longer going to be in us. You're not going into the chariot still thinking that Yahawashi came from a virgin birth, meaning that the Holy Spirit went into Mary, and that's how Yahawashi came. No, you're going to go into the chariot knowing that Joseph impregnated Mary. This is what happened. Nobody can come into this world if not by seed. Everybody comes through the same way, regardless if you're a king, if you're a peasant, regardless, you coming through seed. You coming from a man. That man is placing the seed in you, and then that woman is incubating it for 10 months, and then you coming out. All right? So, verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of power is with men. That's how we know that 144,000 is men. That's the tabernacle. All right? And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And power himself shall be with them and be their power. Now for the women, that would be a part of the 1/3. It's not just 144,000 that's being saved. No, you have 1/3. That would be those men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, their wives, and yes, wives, according to Isaiah 4:1. All right, let me get that. And then we're going to get back to spiritual warfare. So, those men will be going into chariots with multiple wives, with children, all right? So that's what's going to happen, man. Millions of Israelites will be saved. It's not just going to be 144,000, all right? You can't have this understanding that the wacky-tacky Christians have placed on you because they don't have the Holy Spirit, all right? They'll never bring out Isaiah 4:1 because they don't know how to break it down. And in that day, what day is it talking about? The last days. These days right here. It says, the beautiful branch of Yahawah. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So 7 being a number of completion, representing completion. It could be 10, it could be 20, it could be 30, whatever number that Yahawah gives to you. All right? Those women will lower their damn pride, lower their ego, and come to a man, according to Isaiah 30 as well. All right? It ain't going to be no more independent nation, independent woman, independent. When you got Russian troops with boots kicking in doors, okay, you got Ishmaelite troops, you got Syrian troops, Assyrian troops, Moabite troops, Ammonite troops, all these different nations up in America, and they looking, and they taking whoever they can. You gonna need a man. You ain't gonna be able to fight off 5 dudes, but the standard is gonna be lifted, so the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi will have those spiritual powers to be able to protect these women that are in their midst. All right? Isaiah 30. Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Everlasting Mercy 144. Everlasting Mercy 144. Yeah. Alright. So Instagram. I don't mess with Instagram like that. Let me go to Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30. And she done lost my train of thought. Where is it, man? A man shall be a wedge of Ophir. One second. We started Isaiah 30. Actually, Isaiah 30 and Isaiah 32. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So that man is going to be a shelter to these women. That man is going to be a protection, a tent, to cover her from the rain, from everything that's going on. All right? Understanding that the standard will be lifted when the enemy come in as a flood, Isaiah 59 and 19. So, once again, we are trusting in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi to do all these things. It's not of our own strength. When we talking about Esau got drones, robots, robot dogs. All right, they gonna be on the street with tanks, You got your little gun, you gonna fight a tank? No, you gotta trust in the Most High. All right, so he's gonna raise a standard in that sense. Everything you've been seeing in the Avengers movies, okay, the Hulk, Captain America, all that type of stuff, that's gonna be on the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. If you read the scriptures, look at Samson, unaliving 1,000 men with a jawbone from a donkey, right? 1,000 men with swords and armor, and all he had was a jawbone. You do not think that's spiritual powers. All right, King David literally slayed 10,000 men. You don't think that's spiritual powers? And then men of his dirty, some of those men unalived 800 men at one time in one fight. Unalived 600 men, you know, unalived 500, 300, 400. This was the strength that men of Israel had. This is the strength that's coming back when the Most High brings back those spiritual powers upon us. All right, but our people can't understand it. They can't take it. They say it's sci-fi. They say it's fake. But they put on the screen a white man as Captain America, and you look at him with all them powers and all them strength. When we are those people, they got all that from the Bible, man. All right, all of it. Let's go to Isaiah 59 and 19. And it reads, so shall they fear the name of Yahawah from the west and from the rising of the sun, when the enemy, who was the enemy? The so-called YT man who's coming in now with ICE. He's coming down with DHS. He's coming down with Border Patrol. He's coming down with his cops. He's coming down with his National Guard. You understand the odds is stacked against you? But you gonna fight back with a little 40 Glock. Oh, yeah, let me go get my 40 Glock. It's like 20 ICE agents outside. But let me go get my little gun and let me get the 3 clips that I got. I'm about. Come on, man. Let's be realistic, man. You need Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Alright? So shall they fear the name of Yahawah from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. The spirit of Yahawah shall lift up a standard against him. So that spirit is going to be placed on us. And I'm talking about the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Lord willing, Yahawah Ratazah, we be of that number. That's all we can do. We can't stand here and say, hey, yo, I'm 100. No, you don't. You don't know. It's a guessing game. You don't know. So if you take a prideful stance and be like, you chosen, you don't know that. That's pride. That's ego. Don't boast in any of that. So what? You can break the scriptures down. I'm clapping for you. Continue. Be consistent. Don't fall out of the truth. We've seen many men be in this truth 10 years, 15 years, go back into the world. Now they dancing like some girls, man. It happens. This is why you wake up every single day and you pray. That's the first thing that should hit your mind. Praying. And then your lips. Praying. Alright? Then you go brush your teeth. Alright? The Father don't care you got bad breath when you praying to him. Okay? So you wake up, pray, and then start your day. That's how you move. Before you go to sleep, you pray, and then you go to sleep. That's how you lay down. Alright? So he's gonna lift up that standard against him. Once again, the water, that's bringing me back to the lesson. Spiritual warfare. So you have to wait. Let's go to Zephaniah. You gotta wait for him. You can't do this on your own. Alright? If you try, you're gonna fail. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahawah, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations. So going back to Ephesians, the 5th chapter, what did it say? Do you know the will of the Lord? Do you know the will of Yahawah? What is his determination? What is his thoughts? to gather the nations. What did he do? He gathered a bunch of nations and brought them into America. They're here now for destruction or salvation. He's gathering many nations over there in the so-called Middle East to fight Israel, to fight WW3. They're gonna join hands. That's why you got India fighting Pakistan. All right, Pakistan, Pakistan, man. Hey, I can't talk today, Salaki. That's why you got India fighting Pakistan, and both of these are nuclear capable nations, man. That's why you got North Korea, you know, fighting South Korea. Man, this dude gotta come back. Damn, that loud ass music. That's why you got Taiwan going against China. Right? I'll get some water.
I shot myself in the head. Doing drugs, easy pain. I hate to get out of bed. Even ran off on my daughter. I admit I was scared. I know I could have gave her order. I was better off dead. In the cartridge, I ain't taking precaution. I ain't scared of an arm. I was trying to lay in my coffin, smoking without coughing. Early morning, go walking when my dog was still alive. We ain't never go without.
Let's go back. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahawah, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation. Indignation is righteous anger. The Father is rightly so angry at you. When you see, let's say you walking in the mall, you see a little kid, you know, 5 years old or something, just get hit in the face by his pops. You know, you might have a little righteous anger. That ain't your business though, all right? But you might have some indignation like, man, why you do that to him? You know, righteous anger. So our Father is sitting back, as Amos 9:8 says, his eyes are upon this sinful kingdom. He's looking back. Revelations 18, you know, 4 through 6, talks about we got to come up out of this place. The heavens have known the sins. The iniquities, the sins of Babylon have reached the heavens, right? So he's looking. The whole heavens is talking about Babylon. Everybody's talking about Babylon, all right? In a good sense and a bad sense. Oh yeah, the prophets down there, Yahawah done raised them back up. They preaching, they teaching, they doing what they supposed to do. All right, and then you got the wicked. You got Esau Edom running amok. He doing what he's supposed to do because this is his purpose. This is his design. He is the devil. He is the wicked. If somebody could give me Psalm 17 and 13. And matter of fact, let me check. Y'all getting the precepts I called for? 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, the water. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So it's an order, it's appointed time. Esau has an appointed time to rule. That little season, when he came out of the Caucasus Mountains and began to come in from all different places, being the Anglo-Saxons, the Goths, the Visigoths, you know, all these different type of, you know, kingdoms that he came from and established himself. When he took us down, because we was ruling in the Middle Ages, ate the water Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for that cloud. We was ruling in the Middle Ages, right? As the Moors, okay? Ruling in Byzantine Empire, all right? The Eastern Roman Empire, that's the Byzantine Empire. We was ruling in these time frames, ruling as some of us was in the Franks, okay? Ruling Scotland, Ireland, all right? We was ruling as Vikings, all right? So, you know, most of our people don't know that type of history, that we were ruling in Europe. You had 10 Moorish kings that ruled in Europe from 700 AD to 1492 AD, when they finally gave it over to Esau. Okay, so you have many different sets of Israelites ruling in Europe, Germany, Spain, France, Russia, okay? So the Dark Ages were not dark. It was full of light. It was full of education. It was full of understanding. All right? When Esau came in, that's why they call it the Black Death. Because it killed a lot of black people. So-called black people. Well, we ain't black, man. We brown. But they called it the Black Death. They came in with what? With disease. You touch an Edomite, you get sick. Because he been in caves, not bathing, not cleaning his ass for hundreds of years. All right, just passing that down, sleeping with his sister, sleeping with his damn auntie, you know, messing with his mama. This is what they did. All right, crawling on all fours, this is what they did. Okay? So they got all these type of diseases and things and illnesses on them. You know, that's why they still smell like dog to this day. Because it's their animal, that's how they are, man. Okay, so when they came down, they brought with them disease. Everywhere they go, they bring with them disease. How did they take down the Native Americans? Disease. How did they go down to South America and take down the Aztecs and the Incans and the Mayans? Disease. How did they take down the Tainos? How did they take down Asher in Brazil? How did they take down Native Americans in North America and Canada? Disease. Right? That's, hey, you know, not to knock them, you know, that's actually a good strategy for warfare. It's not honorable, but it worked. It's efficient. Okay? Yeah, they fought some. They had horses and things of that nature. But a major weapon that they used was disease. And they still using it. Jake, why do you think Florida said they not taking any more magazines with a V? All right? They don't help you, man. You don't need them coming out of the body. You think the Most High made a mistake? Oh yeah, I'm born, but let me go to the white man and let me get some injections. The Most High didn't make me how I was supposed to be. Let me go to the white man. Let me get some injections. Nah. That colostrum, that milk that the mother makes in the beginning. Nah, that's not designed that way to help the baby and get a baby the nutrients that it needs. No, let me get what the white man giving out. Soon as you get here, you get injected. All right? Life ain't designed like that. Okay? So, keeping it going. So furthermore, let's read that one more time. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Once again, world meaning kingdom. World meaning rulership. His entire rulership is crashing down. This is why Satan comes down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time. How does he know? The same way you Israelites should know. Because the prophets are back. Because the prophecies are passing. Because the cruel Lord has risen up and he's coming down on your head. Bro, you got ICE agents in Chicago hog tying, zip tying kids, man. Talking about 5 years old, man. 7 years old, 10 years old. Putting zip ties on them all together. Talking about y'all got warrants. They ain't got no damn warrants. Okay? Is y'all legal? Is y'all here legally? Let me see your papers. This is what's going on. If they walked up on me right now, let me see your papers. I'll give them my ID. You know? But this is the time it is. I'm not going to have no attitude because of Romans 13, because of Matthew 5 and 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, lest he put you in the prison house. Loosely quoted. Esau has that right to knock your black ass on the head and lock you up. You are not in no sense of power, Jake. All right? You are in captivity, man. This is where you're at. Slavery, still. It's more so mental and psychological now. But yeah, it's a physical aspect to it still. All right? Let's keep it going, man. Check precepts. Revelations 1 and 18. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And have the keys of hell and of death. As the saying is, when we go into the chariot, the saying will be that death is swallowed up. So we will never unalive again. And no more tears on our eyes, man. You're going to actually be able to enjoy your kids in a true rest. All right, relaxing. Watching them run around. Our kids, as it says in Isaiah, what's that? Is that 11? That's either 11 or 60. Our kids shall play with poisonous snakes like it's nothing. I'm picturing my 2-year-old grabbing a snake and just playing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing. Her little play toy. Because they're going to have them spiritual powers. They're going to lay down with lions and foxes and wolves and not be scared. The lions are not going to attack us. We're going to have that type of rulership, that type of power, the same that Adam had in the garden. Back to us, back on us again. We don't have to work for this white devil no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Precepts, keep it going. So death will be swallowed up. Ezekiel 4:13, and Yahawah said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Come, we here in this place, the white bread, all that type, even the bread got pork in it. You look at the bread, you look at the ingredients. A lot of this bread has pork in it, or it's over, you know, equipped with sugar. So, eating the bread, you basically eating sugar. It's destroying your body. Sugar, what does sugar do to the arteries? And I'm talking about artificial sugar. It gets in your body and it clogs up your arteries. Therefore, your blood can't move around and cleanse your body like it's supposed to. This is why you need to work out. This is why you need to sweat. This is why you don't need to eat artificial man-made sugar. It's not hard to get brown sugar, even though, you know, that's a better substitute. All right, or mess with figs. All right, you got to be diligent in everything that you do, you know, because all this stuff is defiled. All right, let's keep it going. Isaiah 4, yeah, we got that. As a matter of fact, we get that in the NLT. Isaiah 4:1. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. Now, why will so few men be left? Because men will be shipped off in the draft to WW3, and men will be fighting over here in the purge. Going back to Zephaniah 3:8, wait upon me, so I may gather the nations. So nations will be gathered for slaughter, for destruction. All right, that's why there'll be so few men left. What are we gonna do? Hey, I take the prison over fighting in a battle for somebody I don't believe in, man. All right, you know, keeping it going. 2nd Ezra 6:6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. All right. It's not shalom. It's shalawam or shalom, but shalawam to you. Okay. So, understanding that Yahawashi was Adam. So by his mistake, by him not ruling over his woman correctly and properly, her going and bringing in that sin, because through the woman we all sin. Understanding that. That's Sirach 25:24 at the end of it, right? You know, and Adam fell because he listened to his woman, and he ate that philosophy, that type of knowledge, that messed up knowledge. All right. So, and 2nd Ezra 4:30, I believe so. You know, that evil grain, that seed was sown into Adam. So that takes you back to free will. No free will. The Most High placed that seed in Adam to sin. All right? So he made it so that we could learn all these ways. Once you know wickedness, you know how you was in the world, you know what you was doing in the world, things you was doing in the world, all that, and you come into this righteousness, you look at wickedness like, man, I was crazy. I was doing all this, I was doing all that. So you had to know wickedness to better appreciate righteousness, to better enjoy it. All right? You know what I'm saying? Keeping it going. More precepts. Joel 3:1-3. Shalawam, brother Kakuma, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawah, Ahtham. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahawashi. Yeah, Khan. And will plead with them there. He ain't gonna be begging nobody. To plead with you is to unalive you, to judge you. That's what the Most High means when he says plead. Okay, the Most High ain't about to ask you for anything. Hey, would you not like to die? Come on, bro. He's not about to do that with nobody. Your time right now to get right with him is right now. When the doors of mercy are closed, Amos 8 and 11 through 12, it's over. You just gonna wander from sea to sea, from people to people, right? Seeking and searching, but you will not find him no more, never ever again, right? Until you come back into reincarnation. Now keeping it going, I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations. So we are everywhere, okay? Like I was saying earlier, if I was born in China, but my father is an Israelite, I would have been an Israelite. I used to live in Japan. I was messing with an Ammonite, and I was thinking about staying there. If I had messed with her and had a baby, that baby would have been an Israelite growing up in Japan. Still an Israelite, right? So you have to look back through all these wars that Jake was partaking in. Filipino War, Vietnam War. You don't think Jake stayed in these lands? I know brothers right now, you know, in the world though, but they still in Japan. They got Japanese wives. They chilling, they got kids, all right? They'll say that they blazing, but those are Israelite kids because the men are Israelites. And they growing up in Japan, they know the language, you know what I'm saying? Their fathers are Israelites, all right? So through all these type of wars, all these type of captivities, our people have been scattered amongst the nation. All right? Keeping it going. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. What is P. Diddy? That's a boy given for a harlot. A boy that has been, you know, sex trafficked in a sense. All right? Was manipulated, was taught to do these things, and then he passed those things down to those that was under him. Okay, this is what you have. As it says in Revelations, the 18th chapter, this is the place where many souls are sold. All right? Many souls of men are sold in America, Babylon. This is a high sex trafficking place, man. Okay? Proverbs 16 and 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but Yahawah directeth his steps. Exactly. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahawah. Right? So who's the king right now? DJT. And then every single president of every single country. So the Most High is directing the steps of DJT. He's putting the spirit on DJT to come down on you Jakes, to bring ICE in your city. Alright? Everything that he's doing, you know, to take your WIC programs away, your EBT, to take your SNAP benefits away, okay? To shut down the government and not give nobody back pay. Yahawah has put that in his heart, in his mind. Ain't no free will, man. Y'all gotta cut that out. This is the Father's story. This ain't nobody else's story. You just playing in this. You just gotta roll. And you better say, the water Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, thank you that you have a role to play. Because he could have unalived you a long time ago. He don't need you in this movie. He don't need us. He could raise up the rocks, man. He could raise up anybody. Alright? But the water Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that he's given us the understanding to actually look at these scriptures, and it's not just a book. We look at this as living. This is a living timeline. You got, oh, this over here, this over here, this over here, this over. Boom! Some of this stuff ain't happened yet. So this is the only living book on this planet. Right? Keeping it going. And the water for all the precepts, man. Habakkuk 3 and 3. Power came from Taman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah, his glory covereth the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. Alright, the Most High is everywhere. You can't contain him in no church. Okay? Just because you go to church, that, hey, what, Acts 17 and 24? Alright? He created the heavens and the earth. You can't contain him in no temple made by hands. Right? He's relevant everywhere. Alright? Now, when Yahawashi comes back, he's going to visit Basra first. He's going to visit that chief city of Edom, which you would say Washington, D.C. All right, he's going to destroy this place in 1 hour. That's why he got dyed garments from Basra. As is depicted, he has blood on his garments. Our king ain't gonna get no blood on him, understanding that. But that's talking about him coming in those chariots, in those clouds, and the destruction that he's gonna bring. It's gonna be red, fire in his eyes, because everything is gonna be burning. He's gonna destroy this place, man. You know? Keeping it going. Let me see, what y'all got, I'm gonna get these last bit precepts and then we gonna move on. Isaiah 55, 6-7. Seek ye Yahawah while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto Yahawah, and he will have mercy upon him and to our people, for he will abundantly pardon. It does not please the Most High to unalive you. He would rather you turn back to him and get right. Right? You know, so keep that in mind. Pray, seek him diligently, seriously. Ask him to take these false gods out of your mouth. If you still calling on Jesus, you still calling on Yahusha, Yahweh, whatever it may be. Ask him to cleanse you of your ways. As King David prayed, try me, try my reins, cleanse me. All right? So you want to pray that prayer, man. Okay, he fixes flaws that you didn't even know was flaws. This is the type of conversation you need to have with the Most High. Accountability, leading you to accountability, leading you to correct yourself. Ask him, right? All right, keeping it going. John 6, 38-39. For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. And this is the Father's will, which have sent me, that of all which he have given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at that last day. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and will raise him up at the last day. And that's the spirit, because that's how I open the whole lesson. All right, John the 40th, the 6th chapter. All right, so the water, bro. Okay. Somebody, ambassador of Christ, you said, are the Gentiles all going to be saved? All right, now when you refer to Gentiles, okay, when we're talking about the New Testament, we are talking about Israelites that were scattered abroad, okay? So I'm not gonna, I'll just break it down a little bit, but we have lessons on the page. Elders broke this down many times, you know, so you can find it on the page if you are truly diligent and you want to really know the answer. But I'll touch it a little bit. Let's go to Galatians, the 3rd chapter. And then we're going to get back to spiritual warfare. All right, Galatians, the 3rd chapter. Let's start at verse 16. Straight to the point. Now, to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Hamashiach. So, the Most High is dealing with one seed. Abraham had multiple kids, but only one of those seeds were chosen, and that seed was Isaac. All right? So that seed was chosen. And Isaac had 2 seeds, Esau and Jacob. Now, Jacob was the chosen seed of those seeds. And then, through those seeds, you have the Israelites. All right? The 12 tribes. Understanding that. So, that chosen seed is the only seed that can obtain salvation. That's who the promises are given to. Right? So, when it's speaking about Jew nor Greek or Gentiles, all right, in that sense, because Paul was an apostle to the Gentiles, that does not mean heathen nations. That means Israelites that were scattered abroad, according to James 1:1. All right? So, heathens, such as Chinese, Japanese, you know, whoever, they can't be saved. But Israelites will be saved, most definitely. All right? On this side of the timeline, the elect, okay? The remnant, the 144,000, and their families, their friends, the 1/3. All right, 2/3 of our people will be destroyed for, you know, and go into the lake of fire, and then they will be reborn. They will come back in the kingdom, so they will not be allowed to walk into the kingdom, just like this, but they will have to be born into the kingdom, because all of Israel will be saved with an everlasting salvation, according to Isaiah 45:17. All right, so Gentiles is speaking about Israelites that were scattered. Okay, and I hope that answers your question. You know, I already got that precept. You posted it early. All right, now let's keep it going. Let's go back to Ephesians, the 6th chapter. But once again, I said, if you want a more diligent answer, you can search the page and you can find a better understanding, you know, because we don't went into this before. All right, now Ephesians 6. See, a brother got a precept. Let's get that real quick. Galatians 4:4. But when the fullness of the time was come, power sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. Right? And you can get to jump with that, Acts 5:30, that Yahawashi, you know, gave repentance to Israel. That's why he went upon that cross. So it's only for the Israelites. Salvation is only for Israelites. So, okay, I'll furthermore explain it a little bit more. And okay, it seems like you got it. So let's do it like this, right? African American, right? Raised up as an African American. Whole time, I've been an Israelite of the tribe of Judah. Okay, I never knew that until I was like 27. All right? So, whole time, I'm thinking I'm an American. I'm thinking I'm an African American, right? Growing up in America, I'm an American. Everywhere I go, oh, I'm American, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I didn't know my true nationality. It's only 18 nations on this planet. So going back to the time of Paul, the time of the apostles, you had Israelites growing up as Romans, wearing togas and participating in Roman paganism. They were doing, you know, Christmas, Feast of Saturnalia. They were doing the Feast of Bacchus. They were doing these wicked things that the Romans partook in because they was raised up as Romans. They were raised up as Greeks. They spoke the Greek tongue. You know what I'm saying? So they thought they were Romans. They thought they were Ephesians. They thought they were Corinthians. They thought they were Philippians. You know, but the whole time they were Israelites. All right, because their bloodline goes back to Jacob. You know, just to give you some more understanding on that. But let's get back to it. Ephesians 6:4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of Yahawah. So as a teacher, as a spiritual father, right? You know, you gotta teach the correct way. Don't antagonize your children. Don't, you know, whatever it be, man. You know, and our elders over at Great Mills, they perfect. Shoot. You know, I can't say it's ever been a time where I even when I got rebuked and things of that nature, I needed it. I needed the correction. Okay? So you need that chastisement. You need that correction. You need that reproof. You need to be humble as a child. You need to have that meek spirit about you. You know? Keeping it going. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling and singleness of your heart, as unto Hamashiach. Now, not with eye service, as men pleasers, but as the servants of Hamashiach, doing the will of power from the heart. So, you don't be no yes man, man. You're supposed to know these scriptures and know this thing for your own self. Alright? We are taught to know this word, to know the precepts, to know the breakdowns, to know the understanding. Your salvation is not in another man's hands. Alright? A man that's on this earth. No, it's in Yahawashi's hands. Okay? So serve him correctly. Do what he said. Bring it out. Hit the streets. Teach. You You know what I'm saying? Bring these lessons out as much as you can. And he knows how much you can do it. There's gonna come a time where I couldn't have, but he knew you could have. You took the talent and you buried it under the sand. When you could have made it flip, you could have made it double or triple. But you didn't want to put in the effort to go forth and do that. Because oh, your back might have hurt, your legs might have hurt, you might have been a little sick. Alright? Whatever it be. You come up with an excuse. As it says, a wicked man always gonna come up with an excuse to sin. You got excuses in the background. Let me just pull one out of thin air. Oh yeah, I couldn't keep the Sabbath because yeah, man. Alright, precept. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and with trembling. Going back to Proverbs 1:7, going back to Sirach 18:14. All right, which I never got. Let me go all the way back up and get that. Oh, I did get it, I thought. No, I never did it. Sirach 18:14, the water. He have mercy on them that receive discipline and that diligently seek after his judgment. So the judgment that is written, where is it written? Right here. We seek after it. What does that mean? Watchmen, watching for it, looking for it, being in touch with the news, know what's going on. Right? So we are diligently seeking. Diligently means like a cake in the oven, man. Don't stump. You gotta take your time. You gotta walk slowly. Right? You know, don't make too much, really be cautious. Hey, is this correct? Let me check. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. So you come upon a stupid TikTok video and you jump, hey, yo, they sending missiles right now. Boom, boom, boom. But it's a lie. It's just clickbait. Don't do that shit. We don't fall to clickbait. You check your sources, man. You verify. Because whatever you put out there for the people, it has to be correct. So we are taught to be diligent. We are taught to be studious. Alright? Just how our elders are. Our elders, as the brother, who said that, man? The brother Aparayam says, our elders are servant leaders. They are servants, but they are leaders. We are the same. We are servants, but we are leaders. So if you follow, you know how to serve. We serve Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? So, hey, Yahawashi not right here, right beside me. Alright? It's angels, yeah. So, his presence ain't there. But we still have the integrity to keep whatever he said. We still have the integrity. The same for Paul. We still have that integrity to keep whatever was told to us. You don't just change just because somebody, that's a badass kid. Hey man, Pops left, man. We can do whatever we want. We can go drink his Hennessy. Cause he left. When the father come back, he gonna get you for everything that you did. You think just cause he left he ain't coming back? That's what we trying to tell you, Jake. He's coming back. Every bullshit ass move that you did because you thought he didn't see you, you're gonna get judged for that. Every idle word shall be judged. Alright? So let your words condemn you or let your words justify you. Right? That's the thing. You thought he wasn't coming back. You know? So let's keep it going. Verse 8, Ephesians 6 and 8. Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, whether he be bond or free. And ye masters, do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. This is why when we teaching, we teach the correct way. We're not gonna belittle our congregation. You know, we're not doing this to embarrass an individual. No. If you take it that way, you took it too damn personal. Alright? Rebuke is not to embarrass you, to be like, hey, we know more than you. No, that's not that. We're here to teach with patience, long suffering, in season, out of season. Teaching the word correctly to help the flock, to cleanse the flock. Sheep, if sheep go without a cleansing, they die because of insects and infection that's messing with their wool. So sheep have to be sheared. You have to have that layer cut off from you. Because all that layer that you got on from the world has to be cut off. Alright? You know, Shalawam. All that layer that you got from the world, all this, those thorns, you might be a seed that's growing up in thorns. Those thorns, those weeds have to be pulled up, or you can't really properly develop your roots. So the root system is messed up. You got a lot of Israelites with their root system messed up. So you can't grow to be all you can be. You could have been a taller tree. You gotta cleanse them roots around you, man. You got them weeds, man. You need more water. Everything that Yahawashi brought away, he taught, it was poetry. That living water. You got stuff blocking the water. The soil is not good. You need better soil. Man. All right, let's keep it going. We got precept. Yep, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Perfect. One of my favorites. Make no tarrying to turn to Yahawah, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahawah come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So you make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. He comes like a thief in the night. Alright? So it ain't gonna be on a day where you thought you got this goofy talking about rapture this, rapture that. Where the rapture at? That's what we asking your ass. No man knows the hour, the day, the second, or the time. So when he comes, he's gonna come like a thief in the night. Guess what? As watchmen, we watching, we looking for him. He said it was gonna be pestilence, nation against nation, country against country, neighbor against neighbor. He said a man's foes should be those of his own household. So we looking for our family members to betray us, things of that nature. We looking for all of that. We looking for that sea hill. Where is it at? Your right hand and your forehead, or wherever they want to put it. We looking. So we looking for that thief in the night. He gave us a warning. Hey, when I come back, expect this, expect that, expect that. That's how you know I'm returning. You know what I'm saying? So we not his elect, his chosen, his hopeful elect, or his friends. We have been given the blueprint. We have been given the understanding that our king is about to return. He's set to return. All right? Keeping it going. Brother said, diligent, ate the water. Constant in effort to accomplish what it's undertaking. Exactly. Okay? Ambassador of Christ, man, you know, I would tell you, bro, just listen, man. If you said something, the brothers muted you, then, you know, the brothers, they got judgment. All right? You know, this ain't no Q&A, though. You know what I'm saying? If you got questions, once again, just search the page, man. All right? Yeah, just listen, bro. Okay, let's keep it going. He posted John 3:16. Oh, okay, John 3:16, man. All right, John 3:16. Okay, let's go to John 3:14. Matter of fact, let's go to John 3:1. Okay? And then we'll get back to Ephesians. I'll touch on it real quick. But just based upon that, I can tell the spirit you in, man. All right? But, hey, like we say, you could have just been taught wrong. You might have not been taught the correct way. So I'll deal with it this one time. So this is John 3:1. Let's start at the top. Let's get our understanding. The caption of this is Nicodemus questions Yahawashi. Now, who is Nicodemus? He is a Pharisee, a chief one of the Jews. Who is the Jews? At this point in time, it will be the Southern Kingdom. The so-called Negroes, so-called Haitians, so-called Jamaicans, all right, or Trinidadians, okay? Benjamin, Levi, Judah. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Okay? That's who the Jews would be. That's who Judah would be. Alright? Now, verse 1. Therefore was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. So, this whole conversation is between so-called Negro against so-called Negro. It's just two men having a conversation about their nation. Okay, you have to understand the time frame. The Romans, the Edomites, were ruling over us. We ain't talking about their ass. Well, why are you even involved in them, bro? They got you enslaved. They got you in chains. All right? The same came to Yahawashi by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher, come from power. So Nicodemus believed. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest except power be with him. Now that's one example and evidence that Nicodemus could be of the elect. Because he believed in Yahawashi. I believe Nicodemus to be of the elect. Okay, because he believed in Yahawashi. Now, let's jump down, because I'm not going to go into this whole thing. I'm just going to break it down for you. Verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Now, Moses lifted up a serpent. He built a staff. He put a serpent around it, lifted it up, made it, and he raised it up so that all of our people, who? Israelites, alright, that were bit by snakes, were able to look at it and be saved. Okay? That signified Yahawashi. The same way that that Passover lamb at the time of Egypt, when we were doing the Passover, and you had to put the blood of the lamb on the door, that signified the blood of Yahawashi. It's the same thing. It's that symbolism. The same way that Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, it symbolized Yahawashi being sacrificed. Okay? The volume of the book. He came in the volume of the book. Everything spoke of him. Alright? Now, verse 14, let's read it again. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. So he's telling you. He was telling his apostles this the whole time, but they just couldn't get it though. Alright? He said, yo man, I gotta go, man. They gotta do them things to me. Okay, they gotta do what they gotta do to me, but I'm gonna come back. They like, nah, we ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to you. That's how Peter was moving. We ain't gonna let nobody touch you. I'm gonna ride or die. Alright? And that's for real. That's how Peter was moving. You know? But y'all was shot like, yo, it's gotta happen. This is my purpose. Okay? Verse 15. That whosoever is talking about whosoever is in the nation of the Jews. Okay? Israel, 12 tribes, all. Okay? That whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For how so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Alright? Now, you have different worlds. You have a world of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright? You got a world of Ishmaelites. They got a different type of world. They live in a different type of world. Meaning society, environment, nation, assembly, government. Okay? They speak different. They got different tongue. They got different customs, different culture. This world is talking about the world, the nation of Israel. We are not concerned with the Romans. We are not concerned with the Greeks. We are not concerned with the Chinese. We are not concerned with the Japanese. Those are not our worlds. You understand? So, Yahawashi was only sent to the lost tribes of Israel. That's that world he was coming to save. He wasn't dealing with these other worlds. They never knew him. Why you want an ambassador, man? It's cruel. Because you want to tell a Chinese person who's been worshiping Buddha his whole life to leave Buddha alone. He don't know nobody else but Buddha. You want to tell an Elam Indian to leave Hinduism alone. All he know is Lord Shiva and all their plethora of gods. They never knew Yahawashi. Yahawashi never knew them. The Most High didn't deal with them. He never gave them the laws, commandments, and statutes. All right? So they can't even sin. Okay? So when it's talking about a world, it's talking about a nation. Now, you've proven yourself to have low understanding of the scriptures. All right? So, as the brother Nakov saying, as I'm saying, just listen, bro. You know, we're going to keep it going. Yeah, ain't no such thing as Rapture Day, man. Hey, man, you about to be muted too. Oh, it said Rapture Day. Ain't no such thing as Rapture Day. Hey, let's keep going, man. Let's begin to wrap this up. All right, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of power, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now, wiles of the devil means strategies, tactics. Okay? What city I'm in, you don't need to know. Alright? Just listen, man. Alright? Let me get that. Yeah, Hebrews 1, the water. I wanted that. I didn't even call for it. Power, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the Father by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, meaning the nations. Okay? Even going down to the point of kingdoms being set up at an appointed time. So the empire of the Egyptians, empire of the Greeks, the Romans, the Persians, the Babylonians, okay? At the end of the day, all right? Okay. Hold up. This dude said, if he bless you, then why do you look homeless? All right, don't block him. Don't block him. We're going to handle it. Okay, so Carlos. Nah, I said don't block him, dog. Don't block. Carlos. Unmute this dude, man. Now, whatever. Anyway, for anybody in the comments, this dude, Carlos, equates money to blessings. He equates money to blessings. But that's not the facts. Okay? You must think P. Diddy is blessed. You must think Jay-Z is blessed, Carlos. That's what you think. You understand? You typing, not talking. Bro, typing and talking is the same thing. All right, for that dumb shit, I'm going to get you up out of here. Because we ain't doing this. Now, you can get him up out of here in the car. I ain't even going to address him. All right? The scriptures say, what gains a man to give his soul, but gain the world? So those riches and those things, all right, none of us are homeless, bro. We have jobs, we have houses, we have cars. Money does not equate to blessings. But in your mindset, it does. Because you are simple. You are ignorant. You don't read the scriptures. The scripture speaks. It said, the scripture speaks. It says, woe to the rich man, for he has his consolation. The rich have already got their prize. If you want to be rich and you think riches equate to being blessed, which it does not, then go ahead, chase the bag. Yahawashi told you, you got to serve power or you got to serve mammon. Which one are you going to serve? We understand you chose mammon because you're choosing money. All right? Carlos? Let's get that. Ecclesiastes 11, 21 through 22. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in Yahawah and abide in thy labor, For it is an easy thing in the sight of Yahawah on the sudden to make a poor man rich. You heard that? It's easy. You can go back to in the book of Samuel, what's that, 1 Samuel 7 chapter, I believe? Might be around that. He makes the poor man rich, right? He brings the dead up from the grave. The Most High does these things, okay? But, and also, you can hit judge not off of appearance. I don't know why you think I'm homeless, but that's besides the fact, okay? You judging off of appearance. Maybe because we don't have lineups like the world tells you to get, right? We don't look like your tailored Negro, your happy-go-lucky Negro, okay? That's because you're brainwashed, boy. You're in a coat, and the culture of your coat is worshiping the YT man and moving how he wants you to move as a donkey, all right? The blessings of Yahawah is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh blessings flourish. So understanding that, what happens, man? You build up your treasures in heaven. All our rewards we gonna see in the kingdom, man. When we get crowned, crowning day, right? We have a mansion prepared for us. That's beyond any type of compound that you've ever seen that these Edomites have. That's beyond any type of freaking private islands. When it's talking about mansion, it's talking about different planets, right? Equipped with servants, handmaids, bondmen, bondwomen, equipped with everything that we already like. Yahawashi already knows what we like. He created us. He know what I like. He got a crown already developed exactly with what I want on it. Things that I want that I didn't even know I wanted. But when I see it, yo, that's it. It's unique for every single brother. All right? Every brother's mansion is going to be different. Every brother's chariot is going to be different. It's going to be exactly what you wanted, what you hoped for. So what you do now is build up your treasures into heaven, as the scriptures say. Put your affections on what's above, not on the carnal sense. All right, Carlos? So take your ass on, bro. We ain't dealing with you no more. All right? All right, Bo Ward. Hey, post the whole precept. If you want a precept to be read, just post it. Okay? All right, let's keep it going, man. Let's get back to Ephesians. I'm going to begin to wrap it up. I'm going to end around the 2-hour mark. All right? Unless the spirit keep going. Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of power. Now, is that talking about physical armor? Is that, do I need to go in my book bag? You know, I need to go in my book bag and pull out a breastplate, a shield. Let me get the shield. I can't find it. Okay? It's talking about spiritual armor, man. 1 second. I should have been hung my book bag up. Put on the whole armor of power, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Wiles, as I was saying, strategies, tactics, such as ICE coming down, such as propaganda. Did a live the other day, and DJT, Agent Orange, Mr. Nero himself, was talking about it was more crime in Washington, D.C. We went to the statistics, the stats. I like stats. No, crime was down. Okay, so let's check another lie. Mr. DJT said it was more crime in Portland, Oregon. I went to the stats. Crime is down. All right, this is propaganda. Elect brothers that are diligent, brothers that study, brothers that research, brothers that do lessons. You need to know how to research and study. Don't just fall on what somebody's saying. Talk is cheap. All right? Get some proof. Get some understanding. Bring it out. This devil is designed to lie. They go astray from the womb. they come out lying. When they say gaga goo ga, you can't trust that shit. Alright? Keeping it going. Dang, what is this, bug out hour? This ain't no damn Q&A. Alright, let's keep it going. Jesus ain't real. Okay? What's your name? Harshly? Jesus is not real. That's the answer to your question. Alright, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? So, those strongholds that we are fighting are in the spiritual realm. You have demons set up. You can't see them. No. When we say it's a demon on a person, you can't see that demon. You can see the characteristics jumping out in a person. The hastiness. They're not bearing the fruits of the Spirit. They're not moving in brotherly love. They're not moving correctly. They're not moving according to the scriptures. All right? To furthermore correct what I just said, Jesus is not real, but Yahawashi is. The king is real. But Jesus is a foreign concept, man. It goes back to Serapis Christos or Cesare Borgia. All right? We don't worship no YT man. Okay? You know? And look, if you talking crazy in the comments, they will block you, they will mute you. All right, let's keep it going. So we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We're not carnal. Our weapons are not carnal. This spiritual warfare is not carnal. So going up to somebody, hitting them in the face is not the way to go. Pray. You got a mouth. It's the power of death. The power of life and death is in the tongue. All right? Use it. Learn how to pray. Learn how to call on the Most High. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. In the Paleo Hebrew. Not in the Latin. Not in the Greek. Not in the English. These are our colonizers' tongues. Okay? 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of power, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. That evil day is now. If you get if anybody want to get it, you don't have to. Ecclesiastes 12, 1 through 3. Alright, those evil days are here. Okay? Get your fuck ass up out of here then. Yeah, we ain't no damn Christians. We ain't no Christians, nigga. You come in here talking that bullshit. We don't have the mindset that you have. We don't worship no Jesus Christ. We worship Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Bahasham Rakakadash, man. All that bullshit that y'all fought, man, y'all in that wine of Babylon, man. The philosophies and the ways that have been taught to you. You don't have no understanding. If you were supposed to teach, you would have your ass out here. You will be teaching. You will have that fire in you. But the Most High didn't give you that, because that's not your position. Your position is to scoff and mock in the comment board, like a little female. Your position ain't to teach. It ain't to get no edification to the flock. Y'all better watch how y'all talk on the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. I promise you that. Because it will come back to bite you. Alright? Verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Your loins, your mind. You got to have your mind girt about with truth. Understanding. Wisdom. Don't fall. Don't waver. You go through something. You're going to get through it. The Most High is going to bring you through it. He's going to raise you up. He's going to take you through it. He's going to take care of you. Serve Him. Don't let your faith and your strength be weak just because adversary Your adversary is in front of you. Adversity is right there for you. It's to make you stronger. When you lifting weights, is it easy? No. It's not easy. You go to the point of muscle, you know, when your muscles is, you can't do it no more. That's when you're going to get stronger. Then you rest and you repeat. Your muscles heal overnight. They build themselves up overnight. Then you hit that muscle again, man. So you got to continue. That's how you build up the faith. By learning, by studying, by growing. All right? Man, I was sitting back yesterday watching, I was watching how the Egyptians went and fought the Canaanites. It's known as the first battle that ever happened. It ain't the first battle, but the first battle recorded. All right? And the Most High, he was working with them. Because what? He raised them up as an empire. He ordained for them to become a great empire. All right? He had a plan for Abraham to go into that land. He had a plan for us to get the land of Canaan. Everything was already worked out from the foundation of the earth. All right, let me see. Brother got a precept. All right, Romans 12, 17 through 21. Recompense no man evil for evil. We not petty. We not going to get petty with you. We not going to go back and forth. You want to go back and forth in the comments like a little 5-year-old? I poke you, you poke me. That ain't it, man. We have maturity. If you don't agree with the message, you can leave. The inner. All right. Dang, I hope we good. Hope the sound is good. It said reconnect. I'm about to wrap it up. All right. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. I try to do that. Individual come in asking questions. Hey, I try to be nice, answer your questions. I tell you this is not a Q&A. I still answer your questions. But you want to get out of order and you want to keep talking and you want to call us out of our name and things of that nature. It's showing your spirit. It's showing your maturity. You wouldn't do that to these white pastors in these churches. I want you to go up to the Baptist pastors and no, you wouldn't do that shit though, but you'll come over here to an Israelite and disrespect them. But we understand what it is, man. Persecution. All right? These 5013C dudes don't get that persecution. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith Yahawah. Exodus 14:14. All right? Let Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi fight for you. You don't take vengeance upon your own hand. And the water out, because that's going back to spiritual warfare. So what? They did this to you. So what? You think the Most High didn't hear it? You think he hard of hearing? You think he didn't see it? You think the angels didn't see it and report it back? Spiritual warfare. If a brother could give me, the Most High he knows how to preserve the unjust, and he knows how to deliver the righteous from temptation in the book of Peter. All right? In the book of Peter, I can't remember what it is though. So avenge not yourselves, but rather give peace unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahawah. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Endure, okay, brother put the definition for endure. Endure, suffer something painful or difficult patiently. Remain in existence, last. Endurance, you got to have that endurance to work out. So building your spirit, building your faith, you're going to go through things that vex you, that you dislike. We see it every single day, man. You go on TikTok and you scroll through lives. You're going to see some stuff that vexes you. some stuff that you dislike, that you hate. You know? You might be dealing with family members and the way that they carry themselves, you might not like it. That's not in the scriptures. It may vex you. But you got to try to live peaceable with all men. Alright? Giving them food, giving them understanding when it is asked of. Not trying to force the truth on them, because you might have already tried to give them the truth, but they didn't receive it. Okay, leave it alone. Right? But if they ask, don't be an asshole. Be as a light to them and shine to them. Alright, 2 Peter 2:9. Yahawah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. Bringing you back to spiritual warfare. Just because an individual is wicked, he's extremely wicked, doing this and doing that, and you don't see him getting punished, you think the Most High forgot about him? No, he's preserving the unjust. He's waiting to punish them. He's waiting to bring them down. Okay? It's not in your hands. If you want to, hey, put a curse on them or whatever. Alright? Let it be. You know? But it's not on you to get physical with an individual. Okay? Keeping it going. Let's finish it up. 15, Ephesians 6:15. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You got to go through fiery trials. Situations that's going to make you uncomfortable. Chastisement given to you by the Heavenly Father. Stuff that you will dislike. Stuff that you may hate. You might lose your wife. You might lose a kid. You might lose things of that nature, man. We've been through it. We go through it. Alright? Deal with it. Shit sucks. Yeah. But it is what it is, man. Okay? Don't get carnal and get too attached to anything down here. This is not your rest. Why would you get attached to an environment that is temporary? Alright? Keeping it going. 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of power. Can a brother get, the word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Alright? The word is sharper than any two-edged sword. If a brother could get that, Baba could sharp. Okay? And we got another precept, Matthew 10:37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Perfect. Alright? And once again, as we brought it out earlier, at the top of this chapter, your spiritual father, which is the elders that brought this truth out. Okay? God, precept. Hey, Shalawam to the brother Deb, man. Good to see you out. Matthew 5:44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. And who is those enemies? It's talking about those of your nation. Israelites, man. Okay? Because we have a hatred for Esau. Oppression driving for wise man mad. You can't be in Esau's kingdom talking about you love the white man. No, you hate being oppressed. You hate paying taxes. You hate not making ends meet. You hate check to check. Not being able to, you know, this is not your rest. Who put you in this? Ultimately, Yahawah, right? And he's raised up the wicked, the sword, to be that slave master, that overseer, ruling over you at this point in time. Right? It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. Esau comes with multiple demons, man. Set up. Alright, you have every demon of our last captivities in this place. This place is Persia. This place is Assyria. This place is Egypt. This place is Babylon. This place is Rome. This place is Greece. Shalawam. All right? So you have all those captivities in this place. This is a melting pot. This is a horde. Right? Everybody goes up in her. Every single demon is here. Eating away. You have so many different types of religions here. Bro, you can't bring all those religions to the other places of the world. Alright, you bring let's say you bring Buddhism to Iran. You're gonna be unalive, boy. They gonna Ali Akbar your ass, man. Alright? You bring that women talking like these so-called black women talking about they men. You bring that mess to Pakistan. You gonna get your ass hurt. Them men don't play that shit over there. It's an Eastern mindset. It's the correct mindset. It's in order. So this Western mindset is baloney. Alright? It's out of order. It's whoreism. It's harlotry. Okay? If a brother got that the water, Hebrews 4:12. For the word of power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So when it cuts you, when it chops you up and slices and dices you, it's because the word is true. Don't no other book do that. Okay? Don't no other book do that. Can't no other book give you that understanding. Man, I've been going off. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I need to change my ways because the Father's word says that. It says, if I don't, keep his day holy, if I don't keep his laws, commandments, and statutes, I'll be destroyed. I'll be unalive. It tells you these type of things. Once again, this is a living book. Okay? Brother God, the expression America, land of the free is derived from the national anthem and is linked to the constitutional guarantee of religious liberty. Perfect. Why did those first pilgrims come over here? To serve and worship how they wanted to. Okay? And if you go back and you go into the history, a lot of them was cannibalistic. They ate Native Americans. They cooked them up, chopped them up, ate them. This is what they did. Didn't they eat us doing slavery? Okay, that ain't changed, man. That's why, once again, going back to McDonald's, KFC, El Pollo Loco, all these places, they have human meat in it. Human meat is served to you. Going back to Ezekiel, the 4th chapter. You eating defiled bread amongst the heathens, amongst the Gentiles. All right? Because that's in their nature to eat human flesh. It never was in our nature. It's not good for you. The more you eat it, the more your skin deteriorates. You go get somebody, we can do the Daniel test, man. You get somebody that eat McDonald's, and you standing right beside me. When I fast, I pray, I do my best to eat clean, in a sense. Because we can't really say we eating clean, because our food is defiled, man. It's got parasites, it's got artificial sugar, it's got all that bullshit in it. But I do my best. You standing beside me, they gonna have bumps. They gonna have all types of bumps and sort and all that. But my face clear. Alright? And that's that Daniel test. Stronger, wiser, cleanse your gut. Right now, I'm drinking some mushroom elixir. Only got 5 grams of sugar. Alright? 5 grams of sugar. Keep it clean, keep it light. You want to feel fresh. You want to be light. You don't want to have the itis. You know what I'm saying? Live purposefully. Let's keep it going. Jeremiah 51:6-7. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. for this is the time of Yahawah's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahawah's hand that made all the earth drunken. Yahawah has used this place and pushed wickedness all over this place. Alright? Once again, the purpose of America is to destroy the world. Meaning this kingdom. The purpose is to be wicked. Alright? That's what she does. You come here, hey, Eddie Murphy, why you don't buy me Reeboks no more? She wasn't acting like that before she came to America. She came to America, now she got a damn opinion. Now she practicing feminism. She practicing equality. She done lost her sense of being in Africa, you know, doing the role of a woman, serving her man. Now she want Reeboks. Eddie, you don't treat me good. Bitch, I took you out the jungle, bitch. I mean, what more do you want from me? Alright? It's crazy. It's crazy. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahawah's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Oh, go to Lamentations 4:17. Nope. Don't go for that city. This city will not save you. Don't seek for this city, man. Okay? If so be she may be healed, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Right? So with that understanding, this place cannot be saved. Going back to Ephesians, the 5th chapter. What's the Lord's will? What's the Father's will for America? Is to destroy her. Alright? Alright, the brother said, like that one passport Jake who brought, dang man, Jake who brought his girl over here and she left. Oh yeah, she left in under a year and got with one of his co-workers. I saw that. I believe it happened in Arizona. The best thing for you to do, don't bring no woman to America, man. America is gonna taint her. It's gonna destroy her. You know? And anything aligned with America, like Australia, like the UK, okay? You want a solid woman? You need to go to South America, man. All right, get you one of those Northern Kingdom women that don't speak no lick of English. All right? She know how to make bread from scratch. She washing her clothes in a wash pot, right? But let's get back to it. Let's wrap it up. Okay? Verse 18, once again. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mysteries of the gospel. We have been given a certain confidence, a certain understanding to teach this word the correct and the proper way, man. Okay? So, with that being said, we're not scared. We stand in the face of our enemy, bold as a lion, with the proper understanding that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is with us. Not of our own strength, but that he's going to give us words to speak. You know? That's ultimately faith. Ultimately, you got to ask yourself, do you have faith? The scriptures say he will give you words where no man can gainsay. In the face of governors, of mountains, princes, kings, but they won't be able to gainsay it. These are those words. These are those times. We don't got to say much. All we got to do is bring out these precepts, man. Precept. Revelations 18:6. Oh, matter of fact, dang, bro. All right, let's get it then. That's been on my mind too. 4 through 5 going downward. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. And what is that talking about? That's talking about us going into chariots. Come out of her. Now, first and foremost, that starts Acts 3:19. You got to repent and convert and come back into her. I mean, come back into your true customs, your true culture, all right, your true understanding. So you got to leave the ways of Babylon. Leave that wine that is causing you to be drunk. You understand? So ultimately, when those chariots do come, you can go up into them correctly, being a virgin, being pure. If a brother could give me Revelation 7 and 9. All right? So let's keep it going, brother. Got some more. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and power hath remembered her iniquities. Remember, his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. This is that sinful kingdom. Okay? Reward, and we know this place is, because you can look at what's in America. Look at the food, Skittles, M&Ms, all right, all that type of stuff. This stuff is not sold in the UK. Even though the UK, them Edomites, they still care a little bit about their people. All right? Coca-Cola ain't sold in them other nations. You can't drink no Coke in Japan. Okay? I remember in Japan, man, I was drinking green tea, and I was drinking stuff with no damn amount of sugar, man. Actually, stuff that's good for you. With fructose, not glucose. You know, that Japanese vending machine, that shit fire. All right? It's some of them drinks I can't get over here. But it was good for you. It was prosperous for you. They cared about their civilization. They cared about their nation. Okay? Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Because America thinks, because her borders have never been touched, she has never been invaded, she thinks it can never happen, but it's going to happen. All right, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, power, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth, you getting me the whole damn chapter? And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, and bewail her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right, yes. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there, man. But the water, you know, let's keep it going. Verse 20. For which, Ephesians 6 and 20. For which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly, so I ought to speak. So when we bring that out, when we're telling you that America will be destroyed because of all the wickedness that she has brought to this place, when you get that understanding, and you understanding that it's corrupt, her understanding, her philosophy, her ways, okay? The things she has taught to our people. She hasn't put them in graves, meaning she hasn't told them that they are Israelites. They walking around thinking they Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right? They look at us, laugh, mock, and scoff, with no understanding that we here to save their ass. That we trying to bring them to the water. We trying to bring them to the understanding that living water. But they would rather walk around thirsty in a desert. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we're going to begin to close, man. That spiritual warfare, once again, keep in mind, yeah, it was all good. The water. So, you know, with prayer. Prayer is powerful. I can't say it enough. Prayer is extremely powerful. Okay? Pray as much as you can. Constantly pray. Don't get discouraged. Okay? In the names of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Pray. Ask. Not in the name of Jesus. When he said, ask of anything in my name, he's talking about Yahawashi, the correct name, the proper name, the true understanding. He's not talking about these false names. Okay? So, with that being in mind, you got to leave the wine of Babylon. Leave the wickedness. The understanding that was given to you in these church houses. Alright? You know, and I hope this has been an edifying street preaching. Hey, the water for every brother that dropped precepts. You know, anybody that dropped precepts. The water, the water, the water. Hey, y'all handle those bug outs. Y'all handled all these individuals that came through that had no understanding, man. You know, the water, the water, the water. We're going to turn to the east. All praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors once again to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes. As always, Kwam Yasharahla and a Bible bar to this wicked kingdom. May Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi destroy this bitch yesterday. Alright, check in, make sure ain't no more precepts. Alright, hey, the water for you brothers, man. Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Lord willing, you know, be out here again, probably Monday or Sunday. Alright, Shalawam. Oh, pray. Can I get that before we close? Pray means ask earnestly to beg. You gotta beg the Most High. Understand your position. A humble position. Beg him. Nothing is in your control. Alright? Beg. In a religious sense, pray to power or saint. We only pray to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Alright? So we don't pray to saints. That whole praying to Saint John or Saint Peter or Mary or all that bullshit, no. That's given to you by the Catholicism, Catholic Church. Okay? Last precept, Matthew 17:20. And Yahawashi said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto the mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Alright, so ask for anything in the name of Yahawashi, man. Alright? Howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. Okay, and if you don't know, a true fast is no water and no food for 24 hours, man. Alright? 24 hours. Okay? Anoint your head with olive oil. Alright, and let it be. Don't do it openly in the public. Okay? When you do these things, you're doing them so Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi can see them. Alright? Hey, so with that being said, hey, Shalawam, brothers and sisters, Shalawam.